Hi, I'm McReynolds, candidate for state representative. You may be asking, why am I running? Well, the first thing I have to say is, well, why not, you know? I've been interested in politics for most of my life, you know, and I had before thought of running for state representative. Of course, I ran for other offices beforehand and all that, including township supervisor. And, well, I am currently a precinct delegate, but anyways, there are important reasons for me running for state representative. First of all, I would like to see the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the state of Michigan complied with on the legislative floor. And if any bills that are unconstitutional come before me on the legislative floor, I will be voting against the unconstitutional bills. I believe I am the best candidate for District 94 because of various things I stand for. I stand for a great deal of the old-fashioned values that have shaped our state and our nation. I think it is sad that jobs have disappeared from this state, especially with the fact that the automotive industry of this nation was overtaken by the foreign auto industry. This state was the auto capital of the world and the auto capital of the nation. But once importation of foreign cars were allowed, they carved a huge market, and there were people that, of course, ended up buying the foreign cars. And as a result, our own auto industry ended up hurting. And some of the nations that were selling their cars here wouldn't even allow for our cars to be sold in their nations. And I call that unfair trade. Unfair trade, I call it. And it's not right. And the auto industry of this nation has hurt badly. It's not right. And we need to do something. We need to do something to make Michigan a state we can be proud of, a state we can be proud to live in. We need jobs back in this state. We need to lower the corporate taxes. Why? Because higher corporate taxes actually cause the corporations to move out of the state into either other states or other countries. And then what happens? Jobs disappear, and the products we make here get replaced by foreign products. That's not right. That's not right. That's wrong. We need to do something about this. We the people need to take action. Granted, okay, I'm an individual with autism, but I am high functioning, as you can tell. And some people think, oh, since he's autistic, he must be stupid. Doesn't have a brain. Well, let me tell you who doesn't have a brain. It's not me. It is those big shots in Washington, D.C. that are just sitting there not caring that the state of Michigan and the United States of America, not caring that so many states, including this one, are all going down the drain. Because they're too busy with their powwows, arguing, talking, not doing squat. And Obama, what's he doing? He's making apologies to all these other nations and bowing to the Saudi Arabian king. Our founding fathers would have called that treason. And that's what it is. It's not right. It's wrong. It's wrong, people. It's wrong. And we need to stand up and say, enough is enough. And what is one of the reasons I have chosen to run? Well, there was this girl who died a tragic death named Callista Springer. She was chained to the bed like an animal by her abusive dad, Tony Springer, and her abusive stepmom, Marcia Springer. They chained her to the bed like an animal every night. And on a certain day, February 27th, 2008, 8 in the morning, she's still chained to the bed. Marcia Springer is running the vacuum. Fire breaks out. Tony and Marcia rescued their other children and their pets, but they didn't even bother to unchain Callista before the fire got worse. And when the fire department finally got in to reach her, guess what? She was dead from inhaling the smoke of the fire. And this girl once tried to run away from that house too, on a day after school when she ran off to this one house, wanting to live there because of what was going on. But the principal of her school went to that house to make her go back home. After that, she wasn't even allowed to go to school anymore. She was kept home. Of course, the defense used all sorts of lame excuses for why she was chained to the bed. But that's child abuse. My dad even told me that was child abuse. He told me that before Callista was even born. Chaining a child to the bed is wrong. And because of what happened, Wendy Michelle Matthews wrote a bill which was submitted by Republican State Rep Matt Laurie called Callista's Law. And you know what? If God willing I get elected state representative, if that law is not passed by then, I will be fighting to pass it. I don't want any other child to suffer the same way Callista Springer suffered. It is wrong the way she suffered. And I will stand against child abuse if I'm elected. Also, if I'm elected, I will be standing up for people with autism and other disabilities as well. And if elected, I will be standing for the people of my district. Anyways, I hope I can count on your support. I hope I can count on your vote. Thank you for watching, and God bless.